Hey everyone, it's Libby from Maighstirtarot. I'd like to acknowledge the Warramai First Nations people and welcome to you, your guides, my guides, and the universal energies. Gets a bit busy in the room here. I do apologise for bombarding you with videos today. There were just a few things on the world stage that I wanted to have a look at and some messages that my guides really wanted to get out there. For example, the message from Mother Earth. What I'm going to have a quick look at, hopefully it's quick, as I was going through my news of the day. So what's happened, I did a video last week on the Argentinian elections. What's happened is Bullrich has now come out and publicly backed Milei, which is a bit endorsing Milei. Milei is the far-right candidate. So what happened is that Massa, who is the centre-right, which is the most left of the three on option, got 37% of the votes. Milei got 30% of the votes, and I believe Bullrich got 20, whatever is left of the votes in the recent election. So you've got Milei, who is far right. He's the one that basically wants to take away all women's rights, get rid of any social security stability net, wants to allow people to sell their organs on the openly to raise money. Oh God, just one of these, just really quite. Okay, I'm going to say toxic individuals who is appealing to a certain element. We then have Massa, who is the centre-right, but he's the most left of them all, and then Bullrich was in the middle. So Bullrich has come out and endorsed the far-right Milei government. However, the party that she representative have not endorsed Milei. So there's now a runoff, the way the elections work in Argentina. If nobody gets over, I think 48%, then the top two then go to a runoff. So the runoff is on the 10th of November, which is coming up in 2 weeks' time. And so I just want to have a quick look at, I'm going to have a look first at Milei, just to see how it's going to go. I have seen, when I read the other day, that Massa was going to be the eventual victor, but by the skin of his teeth, by the hairs on his chinny chin. But I just want to have a look in the light of Bullrich coming out and publicly endorsing Milei. How's it going to go? So show me, how's Milei going to go in the runoff, the Argentinian election runoff? Come on down, let's have a look. I'll try and race through this very quickly. Yeah, not surprised. The energies that he's sitting in is literally a win at all cost abuse of power. He's not in this for the people of Argentina. South America, and I'm saying South America because I believe I said Africa the other day, and that was a Freudian slip of the tongue, but Africa is very much the same. Is incredibly wealthy in its agriculture, its earth deposits, its people. It's incredibly wealthy, but it is the abuse of power from the top that is causing this obscene poverty in these countries. And he's not in it for the people of Argentina. He's in it about what's in it for me. So, yeah, the sabotage of the country, the abuse of power, the win at all costs for his own purposes is the energy that Milei is sitting in. Yeah, his choices are based on greed, power, addiction, vanity. Yeah, I'm not surprised. Foundation for him, I think he's going to be seen in this light. This is never a victory card for me, and for those that read it as a victory card, that's fine, but for those that have watched me for long enough know that this is not victory for Milei. This is always a being seen and heard for who they are, and often in various steps there are people turning away from it as the figure here is exposed, because the figure on the horse, I don't know if my camera can pick it up, always looks very uncomfortable when they're on this horse. So they're trying to ride into victory. I'm also getting there may be protests against Millet leading up to this runoff. So let me know if you're in that neck of the woods. So being seen for who they are, potentially also protests against Millet as well. In the past, he's had to defend himself. Well, this is the election himself. He did get less than Massa, so it's really down to those that voted for the Bullrich party, which was in the middle of the two, about which way they go. So Massa had to Millet had to, defend himself, fight off the Bullrich attack. She didn't follow him by much, so let's see where we go. Crowning this reading, we've got the legislator installed as the legislator. Okay, we've got, again, it's a masculine energy bringing forward a plan, bringing forward a message. So, okay, this is trying to sell his message. It's a volatile message. You've got the flames coming off the top of the seat that he's on. What else have we got in there? I'm just having a quick look. I don't usually. Well, they're actually dragons. There's dragons all over that chair that he's sitting on, the chair of power. So he's bringing forward a volatile message is what I'm getting there, in an aggressive manner. Immediate future for Millet, ending of a cycle. Ending of a cycle, beginning of a new cycle in the near future. Could mean go either way. So let's see where this goes. Externally for him, the foolishness, it is the Fool card, can be stepping off the cliff. Externally for him, what he's doing is he's trying to juggle. He's trying to juggle and keep all his plates in the air in the face of these protests. Internally for him, I don't know about this. We'll have to see how masses go. This is a significant new start for him. New start, changing of a cycle. This is making me uncomfortable. Hopes and fears, complete and utter downfall in the face of the truth. I do like that one. We've got the outcome, the infighting, the bickering, the back and forth, argy-bargy, trying to blame. And here we have the negotiator, the mature diplomat energy. This is not Millet energy. So in the face of the fighting and the downfall, we have this mature energy, emotional energy, quite a different king feeling to this king feeling. So to me, this is Millet, this is Massa. There are secrets that are going to come to the surface. Perhaps Massa's going to bring them to the surface and expose them to the light for the sake of domestic security, homeland security and healing that is going to restrict Millet. Because there is something yet that is not being revealed with that Queen of Cups about his mercenary actions with the magician. Manipulation. Sorry, I'll get that right. Manipulation. And it's going to be quite significant. Something new coming forward that's going to be quite significant about contracts and agreements that he has made in regards to this. What have we got here? Prosecution. The prosecutor's coming forward as investigation is made into the snake on the path, which is going to stop him, pause him. And here we have a truth, a significant truth coming forward, the truth cutting through something completely unexpected out of left field. And we have justice as there is a harsh truth coming forward for Millet that is going to be quite volatile. A lot of anxiety for those that are in this my way or the highway emperor energy. And then we've got healing for the sake of the voter. And then we have an emotional new start. It's not going to be, I'm going to say it's not going to be clear cut, but I'm really feeling again, there is something significantly new that is going to come forward Money. Thank you. Money. Money, 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 money. Something new in regards to money that's going to come forward in regards to melee that is going to cost him, cost him the, I don't know what it is. Let me know when it comes forward. Cost him the runoff. I'm going to have a look at Massa now and as a comparison for the cards. Yeah, whatever this is, he's trying to juggle and keep all his balls in the air, but it's just an ending for melee. But I want to have a look at Massa. Show me Massa. Did get the majority, but it wasn't enough. Show me Massa going forward in the Argentinian election. Show me Massa for the runoff. Show me Massa for the runoff. It feels very much like the De Silva in Brazil, literally skin of the teeth stuff, but we'll get through. I'm seeing protests in the street. I'm seeing information coming forward about melee that is not necessarily conducive to him. But let's have a look. Let's have a look at Massa. Massa with the Argentinian election runoff. Massa with the Argentinian election runoff. Okay, come on now. Using my Gilded Tarot Royale, if you were wondering the deck. Well, first card out, government. The signifier is to take governance. Oh goodness, I hope I'm right. I'm not always right, as you would know. Sometimes the boys are always right, but the messenger gets it wrong on occasion when I bring bias forward. But sometimes there are cards that I can't mess up. And I do see here Massa will end up in the position of governance, challenged by the harvest not being as rich as he would like, reaping what he's sowing. The basket is empty, the fruit tree is full with the ladder. So, okay, thank you. He's going to have to work to reap this harvest is going to be the challenge. So he can't just cruise in. His challenge is he's going to have to sell it, is what I'm getting. He's going to have to sell it. It's not necessary. Well, I'm getting that he will get in, but he needs to do a lot of work because at the moment his basket is empty, but it's here for the taking. Okay, foundation, strengths. He has the strength to do this. He has possibly the female vote. Okay, thank you. I'm going to say he's got the female vote because Melee is so anti-females having rights. He's got the female vote, but he is also seen as a more compassionate and empathetic figure. In the past, it was a crossroads moment. Okay, it's coming down to 2. It's time to take the blindfold off. It is about a decision needs to be made. This is in the past. This was the election that they just had, and now it's down to 2. Crowning this reading, the Fool card again. He's going to have to juggle to keep all his balls in the air. New beginning for him as well. But if we look at this through line, it's 3 major arcana, which is telling me it is significant. So we've got the challenge here, but we've got governance, strength, and new beginning for him, and then he's going to have to bring it. Okay, immediate future. Again, another major arcana for Massa. This is about bringing secrets to the surface, and I don't know that there's secrets about him. Okay, yes, they possibly are. There is dirt that is coming to the surface on both of them, and he needs to be able to bring his wisdom and it's the moon here, which is the feminine card, the feminine energy. He needs to shine the light of the feminine moon via his wisdom on these secrets that are coming to the surface. Externally for him, yeah, it's going to be a real shit fight, excuse my expression. But internally for him, I think right is on his side. right is on his side. Oh goodness, I hope these boys are right here. His hopes and fears. Well, we had complete and utter downfall for Melee. For Massa, we've got all the cups are upright here, all of them, and he's going to be offered. It may not be as a resounding hit. It may not be a wee-ha that's on offer. Yeah, that was me going wee-ha. As in, it's not perhaps not going to be a resounding win, but I'm getting that the offer is here. Now, it may be that he has negotiations from some of Bullrich's parties because she was a coalition. So there might be some negotiation and agreements made that are not fully where Massa wants to be, but there is an offer being made. There's an offer being made to him I think there's an offer being made to him to back him, and it's up to him to take it. And I think it's one of those parties that were behind Bullrich, and it's up to him. But it does, I'm getting that it will mean compromise on his behalf. But hey, what's the alternative? Okay, the outcome for him, okay, the winning at all costs, the abuse of power. But we also then have truth here. So in the face of abuse of power, in the face of the win at all cost, we've got the King of Swords, we've got the Queen of Swords. It was this Two of Swords energy. And what I'm getting is these are the two swords, the abuse, sabotage, betrayal, win at all cost versus the bringing forward of the truth and the knowledge and the wisdom. And here we have the emotional, yes, cheers card. Cheers card. He is going to find a burdensome journey for him, and he is going to have to try and steer this chariot forward by bringing the horses together, because at the moment they're pulling in opposite directions. So I think this is to do with this offer. But we are talking about a significant ending and a new beginning. And this is my card for authentic reform. This is about death and rebirth. Death and rebirth. Yeah, okay. Slow, steady progress forward, deciding what is really important to sell. So what I'm getting here is narrowing down his focus to deal with the insecurities of the voters, deciding what is really important and letting go of all the peripheral stuff. And I think that's to do with this offer as well. So we've got the slow and the dependable, stable progress forward, deciding what is worth holding on to and letting go of the rest. And we have judgment here. Tooting the horn to a collective awakening and a call to arms, like literally bringing about a call to arms, giving and receiving help. I can't remember what the figure was. It was quite horrendous. 5 out of 7 or something in Argentina are living in poverty. So to remove the social safety net is just a horrific suggestion. This is not only appealing to women, but appealing to those that need help, working together with, I'm seeing this as part of the offer to create opportunities going forward. It is going to be quite a harsh truth to look at, but it is going to bring about a different way of looking at things for the voter. So that comes down to, we've got being seen and heard, the protests, but him being this diplomatic negotiator. So I am going to skin of the teeth put my money in on Massa. Might not know the results immediately. Yeah, it's going to come fairly quickly. Skin of the teeth that he's going to get in, but he's going to have to narrow his campaign down to what the fundamentals of what is really important. And I think he's going to have to make an alliance perhaps a compromised alliance with one of the parties at least that was under, if not both, that was under the Bullrich coalition. So let me know how it goes. Let me know what the feels on the grounds are. Stay safe. Love to you all. Remember that every vote counts, and try and help others to vote if you can. Take care. Look after yourselves.